So today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming season finale of Rick and Morty Season 3, and before I get started, I want to say spoiler alert for the most recent episode. If you have not seen the Ricklantis mix-up, then please do not watch this video if you don't want to be spoiled. But with that being said, let's get on to the video.
This seems like a good time for a drink, and a cold, calculated speech with sinister overtones. A speech about politics, about order, brotherhood, power.
So that ending scene was crazy. Evil Morty is now President Morty, and this is a huge event for the rest of the series because obviously it's going to come up later on, and he might actually have his epic return in the final episode of this season. First of all, the title is The Victorian Morty Date. The synopsis is that Rick goes on a confrontation with the president. Now, Rick and Morty episode descriptions are extremely vague, and you can only really speculate like what's going to happen in each episode. However, in the case of the season finale, there are two huge possibilities. First, let's talk about the possibility that this episode will focus on the battle between Rick and Evil Morty, because the description says it's just Rick confronting the president. So is it even possible that the president is referring to President Morty? It's important to keep in mind that Manchurian Candidate is a movie about brainwashing. That was the original title, and this episode title is just a parody of that. So that movie is about brainwashing and killing, and Evil Morty has been shown to take over other versions of Rick in the past. He also did it during the recent campaign in this episode, as you see by this picture. He's wearing the campaign suit, so this is not the same Rick robot we saw in season 1. Obviously, he's going to brainwash them and control them to kill other people. Another piece of evidence pointing to the fact that we're going to be seeing Evil Morty in the season finale is that Evil Morty said it's time to take action. This implies that whatever he's planning, it's going to happen very soon, and quite possibly the final episode this season. If you're talking about how action must be taken and speeches are pointless, then you're probably going to go through with your plan pretty fast. Now, if we're talking about the description of this episode, it says that Rick meets the president alone, and honestly, it would make sense for Rick to verse Evil Morty alone, because based on the history of the show, Rick is extremely aware of what goes on when a Morty gets too cocky. That's why the episode description does not include Morty, because honestly, he'd be a bit of a distraction, and he would just hold our Rick down.
Does he really speak for everyone here? Yeah. Well, I think it's important to be clear. Raise your hand if he speaks for you.
Is that enough off the top?
Don't know. Is it?
Yes, goddamn, yes. It's great.
Good.
Now, there is another possibility for the season finale, and honestly, it would be pretty disappointing if it comes true. Dan Harmon, the co-creator of the show, revealed on Twitter that Keith David returns as President of the United States. If you don't remember, this is the guy from Get Swifty. He was the president in that episode, and I guess he's returning in season 3. Now, this character has not shown up yet, so that could be what happens in the season finale. But then again, finales usually dive into deeper topics, so I feel like in this case, maybe both President Evil Morty and the Get Swifty president could make an appearance. Now, let's say this is Evil Morty versus our Rick. As you can tell from the beginning of the Ricklantis mix-up, Rick is completely unaware of what happened to the Citadel since they left. But now he's gonna have to go back, battle Evil Morty, and deal with everything in the Citadel once again. And I think that'd be a really cool way to end the season, because I mean, season 3 started with a Citadel episode, and it's basically a circular ending if you're ending it with another Citadel episode. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.